nowhere above Future.
What?
Travis is not better than Future. No, he's not. No, he is not. He's not a better artist than Future. Not today, not tomorrow, not in the past, not in the present. He's more of an energetic artist. He's a better entertainer. He does not make better music than Future.
For me, my criteria was based on who is who today. That's why Kendrick was.
Yeah, but as of today, Future, honestly, Future's up there with the Drakes, Kendricks, and Cole, bro.
That's why he was in the fire. Again, like for me, it was like that first pick. That first pick is so hard to like put immediate time. This is like a no-brainer.
Yeah,
because you gotta save it. So I was like, all right, Future. I know Future's in this top 5. So I was like, all right. For me, I'm thinking I'm gonna get Drake, Cole, and Kendrick. So that's why I was reserving my 3. But once Kanye showed up, I was like, And then Drake after that, that's what messed me up. I was like,
But your three wasn't bad. It was just I wouldn't have
put J. Cole had to come at 9.
I just wouldn't put Travis nowhere near the top 5. And that's just me personally.
Near is crazy. He's
not the top 5.
He's killing it. If you had to make a top 5 hottest acts out, he's in the 5.
Hottest act, so yeah. If you preference it off of criteria, then if you say hottest, then yes.
He's 5.
But
he's an amazing artist. He got a great catalog. He got 3 classic albums.
If we're judging it off of discography and catalog, he's not above Future. I'm just sorry. That's it. That's on my only thing. That's nitpicking, but he's not above Future.
He's not. It's debatable though.
DS, bro.
The Day Before Rodeo mixtape is on
56
right now.
nights.
It's going crazy.
Well, Beast Mode.
Days Before Rodeo is going crazy right now.
Hendrix.
No. His only bad project right now is Utopia.
I didn't like Utopia.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't like Utopia.
We could have started this.
Oh yeah, we on.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, we live. I just
let
it go.
But yeah, like that's why everybody was mad at me because I was like, man, y'all didn't know my criteria. Like I don't know who's on the list. Like I'm thinking, all right. I'm trying to finesse. I'm trying to think. And then it's a blind ranking. Once you see who's who. But you can see my frustration with this list. Like I was not happy with this list at all.
It's hard to get a perfect list on it.
Yeah, I'm like everybody mad at me because I had Youngboy, Durk, and Vaughn at the bottom.
Because people were mad at me when I made the list when I was going over Drake albums and I had Nothing Was the Same one. A lot of people was like, "What?" Yeah.
I'm like, yes. To me, it's arguable. I would have it at 2. And I had to take care of it.
Nothing was the same over time. Just. Even Take Care though, but like over time, Nothing Was the Same. Like, it just hit different. It just depends on who you are listening to the music.
I'm like, yeah, like and with these, like it's based on however you rank it. Like your ranking could be your own. It could be like it could have been whoever you listen to the most. Like nobody really knows unless you explain it. It's hard to judge. Some things I was like, cause my man did the old school one, and he had Outkast at like 6, and he had 50 and Big at 5. I said I would have put Outkast above Big at 50.
Like you said, it's blind.
Even if you're not putting them above Big, I'm still putting Outkast above 50. But
it's
very blind.
Like you said, it's only a set few artists that can go above those type of acts.
Yeah,
so
and
I get what you
don't know how many like rappers are on this filter.
Right.
Like once you do it once or twice, you realize who's there.
These one of the most dope filters. Like honestly,
this is my first. That's why I did like 4 or 5 of them last night. I was just having fun.
I'm gonna do the OG, the old school jump. I'm gonna do that one.
But yeah, these filters is dope. I'm gonna see if I can find some.
I'm glad you're talking about hip hop. Episode 400, guys. We have reached the milestone, my brother. Hey, thank you guys for all the love.
Episodes?
Yes,
because episode 1 is what was 100, right?
Well, technically, and then
technically
it's technically if you go by the episodes, it was. No, we had a videos. It's 400 because I had some content before then.
Oh,
but it was like TheFaisonViewPodcast related, but it wasn't named it. So like I kind of like had 100 episodes before, and then like started at 100.
Oh, so we're really at 400.
Yeah, we really at 400
God
because
dang.
you remember that's when I was doing it. You remember that's when
you was at your parents' crib.
Yeah, just getting out the mud. So like that was before the real first episode.
Yeah, that's what's
up. Man. So like I just thank y'all for the journey, man. Thank my brother right here, man. We have really built a space to where we have supporters, we have fans, we have people that love us, and just like having these certain type of conversations and continue to grow and build.
New location coming soon again.
For sure.
As soon as my place is finished.
For sure.
I am not trying to be cool. I was in a car accident 2 weeks ago, and right now my eye is just real sensitive to light. So until it's all like situated, I'm wearing these for the moment. So. I'm like, everybody thinks everyone in the building is like, look at Mr. Cool. I'm not trying to be cool. Like, I'm trying to cover my eye. Like, Like, I don't care that much to be cool. I just want to preface that. I ain't want nobody in the comments saying, who he think he is?
Like, yeah, he got shades on.
Like, no. Like, I'm trying to cover my eye.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're good, too. I'm glad you're good. Anything.
Appreciate it.
And that's what
I'm about to go back over to the scene.
But that's what really be hitting me, bro. It's just like at any given moment, bro, it could all be taken away, bro. Like, just cherishing all these moments. That's why I'm like, it's a milestone. We don't really celebrate much, but it's like a blessing to even get to 400 episodes.
So the episode before, I couldn't be here because I couldn't drive. And I wasn't about to have people drop me off here and pick me back up. And then the week before, the last episode you saw me, like when I left here, that's when my accident was. So I need to go over there to that tire center and see if I can see that if that Hispanic dude's over there. I need to shake his hand, man. Cause
the good people there. There was good people that helped you in that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know why he wouldn't call me. He told me way after like it happened. I'm what is going on?
In the moment, it was like I was just like when I was just sitting there, I was like out of breath, and the dude was looking for my phone. I was like, the first instinct was to call my dad because I knew his number by heart. I didn't have my phone. My phone was in the car somewhere, so I couldn't call nobody if I didn't know their number. I don't know their number by heart. So I was like, let me call my father. Let me have the dude call my father because I know his number. And then from there, it was just like I didn't get my phone back until like I was in the ambulance. So at that point, it was like, that's why. So it wasn't that. I didn't know your number.
We glad you good. Glad you back. You know what I'm saying? As soon as my boy he missed an episode, everybody be asking where Hugh at? Where Hugh at? He brings such a good dynamic to the podcast, so everybody be looking forward to him.
I appreciate that.
Yep, and my boy birthday coming up. We getting old. We getting old.
We are, man.
He's the youngest though. He is the youngest. I am the youngest. You're the youngest. Richie's birthday too this week. I'm tripping.
Yeah, I'm still younger than Richie.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
About a week.
Man, Richie's birthday is this weekend.
Yep.
Lord,
time be moving.
He gonna be in Houston though. Yeah. Shout out to Richie.
Yeah, shout out to.
But
Richie.
It's crazy. K is freaking K is in high school. Flowers, ninth grade. Like.
It'd be
freaking Drew and Julian.
Crazy when you see your brothers, your friends, and their siblings grow up.
Bro, Kay used to be like when we were in high school, just kicking it in Spain. Like Kay used to just follow us around. Like she used to be in the basement and just be goofy with us. Yep. Like she was like.
How old was Kay? Like she was like.
She had to be like 5.
Like
bro.
Or 4 or 5. It's like
Like
it is a blessing.
That's how I remember her. I just remember her as this goofy little girl that just used to always like want to be around us. Like that's just how she viewed us. Like when she saw us, like she knew we were there to see her brother. Like,
and it's humbling, bro. It's humbling.
It is, Mo.
It's just crazy when you like cherish. Just make sure you cherish every moment.
Like when she saw us, she should be like, "Where is Shawnee?" I was like, "He's not here." Like, cause she thinking like if she see us, she thinking he's here. She looking for him.
Right.
She's like, we be like, no, he's really not here. Like we waiting on him, and she was looking at it. She don't believe it. Like, no, like, hey, he's really not here. Like we waiting on him.
We've had some of the best high school experiences, just and with just our brothers. Like you just said, growing up.
First day of school was today.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm gonna do the rest of the week. We'll figure it out
for sure.
Today was the easiest.
We intro and we started discussing hip hop. We were just talking about the filters they got on TikTok about hip hop. It was a recent clip of Dr. Umar. He was going off, bro. He was going off, and I truly disagree with his statement was because the question that was posed was, has hip hop done more bad than good? And Dr. Umar was arguing that it hasn't done more good. And what I feel like is that goes unnoticed. We talk about now so much of the negative things. You not understand what hip hop has done positive in a positive manner. First, the number one genre for a long time.
Or they're not accumulating the people in the positive spaces that have come from hip hop and done.
But when you look at it, bro, the jobs have created.
Yeah.
The successful people that's in hip hop, you may look at it as like, okay, what's an anomaly? It's not a lot of people that can. It's a certain percentage that can get in. But guess what? The people that do get in, these are the role models of the community. Yes, you can say that in all aspects it's not in a positive light, but it's what you're looking for. It's sought out. And when you look at all of these crowds and look at the people that have been influenced by hip hop, it's not just black and brown community.
Hip hop has saved lives.
It's worldwide.
Literally, like you look at all the people that exist, they will tell you what they were doing before rap. They would not be doing it if it weren't for hip hop, and they would be dead. Like hip hop saved lives. Hip hop. Then you look at the Fight the Power movement with Public Enemy. That was positive. Hip hop played a very pivotal role in putting the first black man in office. Like a very pivotal
Let's talk
role
about it.
in putting the first black man in office. That does not.
About it.
I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen without hip hop, but it probably would not have happened without hip hop.
Bro, you don't get the image of who Dr. Umar is without hip hop. Like,
Honestly.
if you really think about it, it's a lot of people that are backed by hip hop, even though that they might not be
outlets
in
doing podcasts, and interviews and stuff like that. You look at a person like look at all the stuff that Jay-Z has done, from prison reform to what he's done for the Super Bowl music performances, to the probation system, to jobs in New York, donating money to bailing out protesters. Heck, hip hop created a billionaire through Jay-Z, and you look at like. At one point, there were 8 black billionaires, because if we count Kanye West, right? Kanye West was at one point, who again hip hop was a billionaire.
Come on now.
4 out of the 8 black billionaires were directly influenced or aligned with Jay-Z. Kanye, LeBron, Rihanna, and then there's Jay-Z himself. Like, without hip hop, you don't get Kanye West, you don't get Rihanna, who became a hero in her country. You don't get. I'm not saying you don't get LeBron, but like. You don't get
a LL Cool J. You don't like who is really has been.
You don't get a Will
Smith.
You don't get Will Smith. You don't get
Run DMC. Like, you don't get Ice-T. You don't get a whole branch of Grandmaster Flash, Grandmaster J. Like, the history of hip hop. And we have come so far. And guess what? If you really look at it, 50 years is not a lot of years. And guess what has been done throughout those 50 years? I think we just need to stop looking in the lens of negativity so much, because we know it has, all the music that we've been influenced by and we grew up to has not been the best music. But guess what? It has impacted somebody in a certain way to want them to be in some type of hip hop, whether that be the producer, the engineer, or whether that be the rapper, or whether that be in the business aspect. Like, it's so many ways hip hop has really built the bridge for black and brown communities, but not just black and brown communities, worldwide.
Without hip hop, America probably doesn't care about the story of what happens in the inner city. That's what hip hop was.
Talk about it.
Hip hop, like when a 2-year-old girl gets shot, like by an AK-47 in the inner city of Baltimore, that never used to make the news. Like, but that's something that used to happen in the inner cities of the ghetto in America every day in the 70s and 80s. It was a regular thing. But nobody was shining light on those things until hip hop came, and now you have these young people from the street that are rapping about these things, and it's like you think they're just rapping about these things to be violent. No, like, we're rapping about things that are happening in our communities every single day. Like, without F the police, people probably never would have believed that police brutality was a real thing until the Rodney King videotape. But you have to give credit to NWA and hip hop. They were the first ones to really tell you to shine a light on that. Like, yeah, I think we just out here being insubordinate and saying F the police. No, like, this is something that happens in our community every day. The police are they brutalize and attack us and harass us every single day in our community. It's a regular thing, but nobody knows because no one's saying anything. And hip hop shined a light on that. Hip hop was like Horton Hears a Who. It was like, yo, like, America, you gotta put a magnifying glass on, like, and see that, like, oh, these people exist. We exist. Like, we're here. And without those, and because of that, other people from other hoods were able to be like, yo, like, this dude's telling my story. Like, they were able to see somebody that looked like them, that was going through what they were going through, and relate to it. So I do, like, hip hop has done a lot of, hip hop has helped the community. And I get what he's saying about how Jewish people and whatever. I get it. But like,
but hip hop has fed families, bro.
Literally, like,
and families. And the key point of this, bro, it has not just solely impacted black and brown communities. It has impacted so many different other races. So it's not.
You gonna ask Eminem where he'd be without hip hop?
Come on now. So, like, when you really think about it,
dead.
It has impacted the world, bro. Everybody in the world is trying to be somewhat of hip hop or incorporate hip hop into.
It's the most influential culture. It's not just the music. It's the art. It's the fashion. It's the dancing. It's the food. And the world is hip hop. You look at what we did with Snoop Dogg as the ambassador for the Olympics.
Come on now, that's hip hop.
The type of commercials that we have, and you look at some of the countries when they did some of the routines. Like the Russian swim team using Ludacris's rollout. Yep. You look at breakdancing as an Olympic sport now. All that is hip hop. Like, you know, it's become a global thing. You don't like hip hop is a global culture that has saved lives. Like so many people probably would probably be dead or in jail if hip hop did not provide them another outlet. And you have to remember that hip hop rap music is not just drug dealer rap or secular rap. There's Christian hip hop.
Yes.
There's a whole section of hip hop where people are talking about there are conscious hip hop. People are talking about real things, telling real stories.
It's so many different genres.
Hip hop is doing a lot of great things.
It's so many different genres within hip hop.
Yeah, that's why I hate the way it is today. And I get it, but it's like, man, hip hop is beautiful.
And it's weird too because like a person like Dr. Umar, he grew up in the mecca of hip hop based on his age. You know what I'm saying? Based on, like we said, those people, the pioneers of hip hop, the Ice Cubes, the NWAs, like
created a whole
the Def Jam.
Man.
Like, come on, bro. Like, think about Def Jam. Like, let's really think about Def Jam and who is that founded by, and showing young black and brown communities that entrepreneurship, that we can build an infrastructure on our own.
Yeah,
and
you can make the argument, Rick Rubin's a Jew and Jewish people own, like, okay, but Def Jam is not the same as these other labels. Rick Rubin wasn't some rich Jewish white kid that decided to give Russell Simmons some money. No, Rick Rubin was a student at a university, just like Russell Simmons. He was a regular kid that had a dream. It was like LL said, Def Jam was on a piece of paper. That's all it was. It was an idea on a piece of paper. So Rick Rubin and Mike and Russell Simmons made that label together. He wasn't just some white dude that had a Jewish white kid that had money and funded the project and like it blew up. No, like he was some regular dude that had the same interests as Russell, and they started their label from a college dorm room and put all their chips in this one kid named James. Like,
if you remove hip hop from history, bro, I don't know where
the world looks vastly different.
It's vastly different.
You look at what the influence hip hop had on the NBA. With people like Allen Iverson.
Come on now, like
and
what?
LeBron James and
Kobe. Like, come on now. Like
from a
Jordan too, like
from a
marketing standpoint, hip hop has always been integrated in a lot of different things, and it really has fed so many families. We can't just talk about the cons without talking about the pros.
You can find a lot of great things in hip hop. Hip hop is beautiful. It ain't perfect. I'm not gonna say and act like it ain't negative, and there isn't some ugly parts about it. But that's with anything. But like, hip hop is special, man.
It is. The story of Maya Moore, bro. The story of Maya Moore. My favorite woman basketball player ever, bro. I've always stamped that. Like, her accomplishments, she's an icon. And really, if you don't know her story, it's amazing, bro. She left in the prime of her game. She played 8 years in the WNBA. We know the multiple championships and at UConn, multiple championships and MVPs actually in the WNBA. But she left in the prime for justice and saving somebody's life. And that guy who she actually saved, she's married to now. And it's a dope story. But like, I'm glad that she got her credit. She got her jersey number retired. But
dang, like, Minnesota Lynx treated her better than the Timberwolves treated KG.
Maya Moore was a bucket, bro.
Maya Moore is arguably the GOAT.
Like buckets, bro.
Maya Moore is like that.
Like MJ, point of view. I'm talking about MJ of WNBA type of elk, bro. Yeah, fadeaway, she's hard. In and out, bro. She had, bro. When I'm telling you, Maya Moore, she was one of those. She was one of them. Yeah, like she's one of them. She's the ones that put UConn on the map. Like for me, actually, who knowing my first like welcoming of who UConn's women basketball was Maya Moore. Like
Maya Moore is special.
They didn't lose, bro. They was a total different thing. So like, I just wanted to shout her out because everybody was on the back of
that jacket was tough.
That joint was tough.
That jacket was tough, bro. I like that.
And everybody was mad at her husband, like not trying, just playing jokes. Like, you took Maya Moore away from us in her prime, bro. Like, I think when she retired or left basketball, she was like 28, 29.
Sheesh.
Like Maya Moore, like, man,
she won some championships.
Yeah, I think I don't want to misspeak, but I think she did win a champ. I know she won an MVP. I think she did win a championship, from my knowledge, but I could be wrong. But I know for sure she be balling.
Your man Ant Edwards was in the news.
Oh yeah, Ant Edwards and Magic Johnson. You seen that?
Yeah.
What you think about that?
I liken it to the same way with hip hop, right? You got a lot of the young artists that want to create music a certain way. and they have all these opinions about music, but they don't know anything about the stuff. They don't really know anything about the culture that came before them. It's the same thing with NBA. I hate NBA Twitter because there's a bunch of kids online arguing me about Aura and all this other stuff. And we're done with the 90s, but it's like y'all don't know anything about the game beforehand. Like y'all just think the game today is just so much. I'm like, yo, man, y'all like. And Ant said this. It's the same thing with Ant. Like, yo, I don't think anyone besides MJ has skill. I'm like, yo, Clyde, like they mad at OG on Twitter on TikTok right now, but yo, OG is right. Clyde Drexler would have gave Ant buckets.
I hate that. I hate that misconception. I hate that. I hate that viewpoint. Yeah, like the 80s and 90s. Like the 80s and 90s are the foundation of this whole game. You don't get anybody without Magic or Bird.
There's no one in the league making passes like Magic Johnson right now.
I'm about to say it's still players today that haven't done what Magic has done ever. Larry Bird has done ever. Like even in those, and then. Don't forget. I'm about to say. Don't forget Charles Barkley. On everything, I was about to say Charles Barkley.
Shaquille O'Neal was like that.
Don't forget who MJ competition
Penny
was.
Hardaway and Grant Hill were like that.
Like I don't understand.
Hakeem alone. Like, and the crazy thing is, like, they don't even see it because like most of the young guys still get trained by the old guy. I just watched Giannis do off-season training with Hakeem Olajuwon, and he averaged 31 on 61% field goal percentage. Jason Tatum used to train with Kobe Bryant. Kyrie Irving used to train with Jamal Crawford. Like, guys still work out with MJ. Like, Melo said, when I trained with MJ, I think I averaged 30 that year and became the scoring champions. Like, yo, man, like, the older, like, KG still giving our game. Like the guys in the league are still getting game from the older players that played in this era. Because the game is the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, it's changed. And, you know, athleticism has changed and the skill has changed. It's like, oh, you drop this player in this league today, he'll be way better. But you drop Clyde Drexler in today's game. I'm like, wait a second. Like, the same way all the stuff that's accessible to y'all to train today, like the equipment, would be accessible to the older guys you drop them in today's era. Those guys are already proven. They know how to work to get to the NBA. They have the work ethic. So if you drop them in today's era, they're going to be just as good. They're going to have access to the same equipment you got, the same trainers, the same whatever, with the same work ethic that got them made them a 20-point per game scorer. They're going to be tough.
And honestly, how you watch the youngest in that conversation, bro, is ask them what's their top 5 or top 10. Yeah. More than likely, bro, they're going to say somebody from the 80s and 90s, and that's going to be the overwhelming favorite within that 5 or 10. Because you're not leaving a 5 or 10. You can't go without saying a Magic or a Kareem or a Larry or a Hakeem or a Shaq or a Kobe. Like you can't go without saying anything that was from the 90s before.
And it's like they're like the young, like, and I hate saying it because we're not old, but it's like the younger generation is more focused on like how it looks versus the actual results.
Correct.
And I hate that because it's like the whole aura thing with Jason Tatum. It's like, yo, winning used to matter. Like, I get upset with that because I'm like, y'all want to put people that have not done anything based off personality, and it's like
another one. To your point, a good example is PG.
Paul George. Like, y'all want to be Paul George because his game looks so good. Tough. I'm like, yes, it looks good, but he hasn't won anything.
Yeah, we gotta.
And I'm sorry.
And he's tough. And he's one of the best NBA players. But that's a perfect.
I'm getting ready to go there next. Like, y'all care more about looks than results, and it's like, fam, I get Paul George's game looks nice, but it has not gotten him anything. Y'all keep trying to tell me Kyrie Irving is the most skilled player ever, and he has never led the league in any stat. You can't those two things don't make sense.
I see what you're saying.
He also has never been the best player on his team, except for that first few years in Cleveland. He wasn't the best player when LeBron was there. I'm sorry, the Celtics. There we go. But after that, he wasn't the best player in Brooklyn. He's not the best player in Dallas right now. But y'all want to call him the most skilled player ever because his game, I'm not getting his game is pretty. 100%. His game is immaculate. The left hand, the right, it's great. But it's like results are supposed to be better. I'm not putting looks above results. I'm sorry. It may not look the best, but if it get, like, who gets buckets, Mo? That's why the older guys, like even LeBron said, I hate when they say, oh, he don't got no bag. He's like, yo, even Gilbert said, yo, who gets buckets? Yeah. You can say Giannis don't got no bag. Giannis gets buckets, bro.
And then we're like,
Giannis gets buckets.
As far as LeBron, people say he He's not a scorer. He lead. I mean, even though you talk about longevity, he's the leading scorer of the NBA.
You right. Giannis may not have the best dribble package. He may not have a jump shot. Who gets buckets? Giannis gets buckets, man. And he's a winner. He's an MVP. He played defense. Like results matter.
Yeah,
I hate that.
And we just it's a lot of moving the goalposts. That's just really what it comes down to.
Y'all care so much about
that was a good point though. About what you're saying, the looks of it versus the results.
Like they be like, yo, Paul George to go. His game's so good. I'd be like, bro, I'd be so confused.
He does have a good game.
He does have a smooth game.
He does, but
he ain't done nothing. He ain't won nothing. I'd be like, why do y'all want to be Paul George over all these guys that be winning? Even Jeff Teague said that. He was like, I like Paul George's game, what I like Kobe. Kobe's game was pump it. It wasn't smooth. Yeah, I'm like, listen, Kobe Bryant.
And you talk about the most.
Kobe Bryant would have cooked Paul George. Has cooked Paul George.
And you
talk about Paul George in front of Kobe Bryant.
And then you talk about the most skilled. He is the most skilled player of all time to me, and it's not even. Honestly, it ain't even close.
Top 3. He's top 3.
And for me, it's almost not even close because the players like a Paul George, the players like Kyrie is from the Kobe camp.
They be saying things like, because I be like, yo, I've seen people do the things that Kyrie's done. They be like, bro, you've never seen Kyrie be so good, another player be so good with his left hand. I watched Kobe.
We seen Kobe play we seen Kobe Bryant play a whole rest of the game after he tore his rotator cuff in his right shoulder and played the whole game left-handed.
I saw him hit. Dirk Nowitzki tells this story to this day when he hit a turnaround left-hand corner 3.
Yeah, I remember that.
At the buzzer for the shot clock. They had him pinned in the corner. There was nowhere for him to go. He spun opposite shoulder, shot that joint with his left.
Cash Money Records.
Even Dirk was like, wait, what? Like the man, like he fractured one finger, right? And he trained his body to the ball would release off a certain finger when he shot it. When he shot his jump shot, he just refused to
That's
not play.
That's skill.
I'm like, yo, man, like, come on, dog. Yeah. We've seen this.
And then what blows me, it's just like we give. I feel like, just to be honest, bro, we give too much credit to certain people, and we don't give enough credit to those people who really deserve that.
I'm telling you, man.
That's what really is.
But I'm like, my argument to the is way more skill thing is, how come I have yet to see a quadruple double in the 2000s? They used to have there was a lot of them in the 90s.
Yeah, it was.
How come I have yet to see a quadruple double? If y'all are way more skilled, what happened to the quadruple double? Because they used to have a lot. David Robinson had a couple. Hakeem had a couple. I'm like, I ain't seen Wemby. I think Wemby was close.
He gonna do it.
Wemby was close, but I'm like, yo, like I've not seen any of y'all in the last 10 years or the 2000s who have a quadruple double. But y'all convinced me that this era is way more skilled. I'm like, listen,
ain't it?
Well, yeah, I need to see this.
Ain't it?
I'm trying to find. I'm like, yo, I watched the Rondo highlights. I'm like, yo, when was the last time somebody had 24 assists? It was Rondo, it was Russ, and then Paul. Rondo again.
I think Chris Paul.
No, those are the only 3.
Yeah.
It was Rondo twice, and then Russ. Then Russ did it in 17. I'm like, that's a lot. 7 years. 24 assists. Like, you're not gonna see that again. You're not gonna see 24 assists.
Especially not in the league.
That's crazy. That's the elite diamond. You gotta have, like, first of all, everybody jumping gotta be on that night. And you really just gotta have elite core vision. That's crazy. But I'm like, yo, it's just certain things you're just not gonna see again.
Hey, bro, this Tiny Desk, man, the DMV, we've been putting on, bro. We've been putting on. I don't care what nobody say. These Tiny Desks, man, the last recent Tiny Desk, Maxwell's another artist that is so underappreciated. If in the grand scheme of things, when we talk about R&B, Maxwell for me is definitely in my go-to playlist, bro. Go-to. Pretty Wings, Bad Habits, Woman's Work, Ascension. Oh yeah. My goodness, bro. Like
the Woman's Work, yeah.
Come on, bro. And then we just had your boy. Come to town. I think you should have gave him some place to go.
I did send a DM.
Keith Lee visited the DMV. He went to a couple different places.
I sent him my carrier. That's what I said. But I also told him to go to ABW. I told him to go to ABW or Wings 21 and get some Old Bay wings. Because you're not going to find it nowhere else.
What he is looking for is like mom and pop shops.
I know, but I'm saying, my thing is this. I'm like, if you come to a city and the city has like cultural food of their culture, you got to try. Like, you're not going to find nowhere. That's why I'm like, because everyone on TikTok was like, don't send him to the carry. I'm like, no, he can't come here and not try carry up.
He gotta have the mumbo sauce.
You gotta try the mumbo sauce. There's no way he can't leave here and not try carry up.
And give it and cool. That was a solid I ain't gonna say that was solid carry out spot here.
But he liked it. And that's all that matters.
And that's what matters. He did like it.
He didn't get a half and half. He's supposed to get a half and half.
He didn't
half and half best in the world.
Gotta get half and half.
I stab him, Mo.
You gotta get that 3-piece, extra crispy, extra fried, mama on everything.
He should have got fries. But fried rice is cool. Me, I'm a wings and fries guy. Because I can get mama sauce in my fries too. But I sent him, I said, go to America's Best because you're not going to find America's Best outside of here. And you got to get some Old Bay wings.
I think he should have went.
Not going to find Old Bay wings.
Two places I think he should have went. It's a place called...
He ain't left yet, but like...
All right, but it's a place called Legacies that's in Fort Washington. I'm telling you, bruh.
Yeah, Legacies
wings, Hennessy wings. Once. Oh, my goodness. And Ruby's, them two... Right there, bar none. Like so.
If I had been impressed, I would have sent him a couple places, like Rolling Rib or freaking Ruby's. I'd have sent him to Ruby's. I'd have sent him to.
It's some spot, bro. There's some spots out here. He did
Lucky
make it.
Grill.
I'm gonna tell you this. He did make a great point about the DMV.
Oh yeah, the drink.
The drink scene. That is very true.
Very valid. And but there are restaurants,
and that is something that we battle with too as well. Like living here is that it's kind of like the food is good. Yeah. But they're trying to make the drink stand out more, and I got exactly what he was saying. Yeah, he was pinpointing that one.
The deals are all about the drink. There are no food deals.
It's not about.
I would have said if I had been thinking, I would have sent him to Eats Burgers. Eats Burgers is torch. Yeah. But yeah, I think he's working his way through the whole like area. Like, cause he's not like he don't know the rules of the DMV. He don't know what's DMV, not DMV. Correct. But he started like way deep in Virginia.
Up in Virginia.
I think he's still in DC. I think
he went to Baltimore recently. I just seen it.
Dang, he went through PG already?
Yeah, I don't know if he went, but that's why I want him to go. I want him, of course, to come to PG or Mocan or something over here.
Yeah, you gotta stop it through PG. But I was like, yo, when I sent my DM, I said, yo, go to America's Best and get you some Old Bay and some Honey Old Bay. Because you're not going to find that. I don't care what wing spot you go to anywhere else, you are not going to find this wing flavor anywhere else. This is our culture.
Right.
Old Bay seasoning is our culture. So it's
then
like,
you just got to
DMV, you got to.
And you got to get mumbo sauce.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know why everybody said, I'm like, yo, send that man. I sent him right to the carryout. Yeah. I said, yo, House of Chain over here in Watkins Park Plaza. I'm like, yo, I sent him all the rules. But someone else already beat me too. I'm like, yo, y'all tripping. Send that man right to the carryout. Because you got to. I do. When I don't know you do. When I have my friends that come from out of town, I send them right to the carryout.
That's the first thing they have to go to.
Cause they know I talk about it all the time when I was at school. They see it on my IG. Mm-hmm. They see me talk about that's all you order. I'm like, bro.
Everybody around their own places where they reside, they don't call it carryout. They may call it something else.
It's like
but here,
Chinese
right,
food.
Chinese
but
food,
here
Chinese
it's called carryout.
This is
like it's to the point for us. Like we don't really order Chinese at the Chinese spot. Let's go to a Chinese restaurant. Right. And I don't really order Chinese outside of the DMV because I'm not looking to eat regular Chinese food. I'm looking to eat fried wings and mumbo. Like and y'all don't have that, which is cool. It's just I'm not gonna eat it. I think I had Chinese food outside in Massachusetts one time, and I was just like, it wasn't nasty. I was just like,
I had a couple times. It ain't for me.
I was just like, yo, like this is not what I want. It's not what I do. But yeah, man, like there was no way you could come here and you didn't send him.
Yeah, I'm glad Keith Lee did come here. But look here. Keith Lee, I hope to see you some other spots because you definitely was in the trenches.
Yeah,
he was on South Side.
Like that's a no-go spot. Like I know better. Like, don't you ever go there?
And where he was at, if you don't know how to maneuver around it, I know security.
I don't.
And look, I understand security stuff. And look, it's good to have security, but guess what? Security is a human too. I'm gonna tell I want to preach that too.
But security, the Lord had him covered. He was out there showing love. People was getting free food.
Sure. And that was a blessing.
Shout out to him.
Talking to the people.
Chip, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to Fairfax, but that chip truck that's a lit.
Yeah, that look fire.
I'm glad.
That look good.
Bring your own. As big as the bag is, and they what? Yeah. They make what? Yeah. That's a vibe.
That's a place he hit me too.
Yeah, I was not here, but I hope he gets me hip to some other spots. Like please, Keith. There's so many places out here that I want to try, I haven't tried, and it's just like. I hope he went to some more spots. I really do. I got to go back and look.
I'm interested to see where he went because the last time I seen him, he was in Baltimore.
I hope he didn't skip through PG. I'm about to go check.
Cristiano Ronaldo, like real quick, this man hit 200 million subs on YouTube in like 24 hours.
The soccer player?
Like, bruh. Like that just shows me. And I know he's popular because even Messi, I know all of those because of how popular they are. But I don't think it's no sport more popular than soccer, bro. I don't think there's no sport more popular than soccer. That's the most worldwide sport there is.
Oh, he went right to freaking Baltimore.
Yep, and he's
there's another DC joint. Well, maybe he went to place. He just upload everything.
Yeah, but like that's what you're saying. I think
because this is Baltimore.
I think he's still just like you just said. I don't think he knows the setup. So I think he's just going around just each and every day and going.
I hope he realizes he had to travel an hour to get to where he was at, and you skipped the whole county. But because this is a DC place after the Baltimore place. Okay. So I think he definitely went to some other spots. He probably just ain't uploaded that video.
He probably definitely.
I hope he please tell me he went to PG County.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I'm curious.
People gotta think like soccer is the most affordable sport to play around the world. You don't need much to play it. Mm-hmm. You don't need much to play it. At least like if you trying to get good at it, you don't need much. Mm-hmm.
And it's integrated worldwide, unlike any other sport.
Because it don't cost you nothing. You need a ball. Get you a ball and a little field. You good. Good to go.
Can you imagine? Like we talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, who's one of the greatest soccer players ever. Him, Messi, Ronaldo, like all of them. But imagine if Michael Jackson had a social media. Because I just thought about this. He got 20 million subs less than 24 hours. Imagine what Michael would have a trillion.
He would probably have to be the most followed Instagram. Easy. Who's the most followed Instagram right now? Was it Kim Kardashian?
I think it's Ronaldo or Messi. One of them. I'm sure it's one of them.
I don't know.
And if I'm mistaken,
I think it's a general.
It may be them too, but nah.
But I think Michael Jackson would have beat them.
Ronaldo got like 635 million followers. Messi got like 500. Yes, bro. Ooh. Like think about that. How many people in the world? 3 billion.
I think Kim K's at 1 billion, bro.
Let's see real quick. See who got the most followers out of Ronaldo or Kim K. I'm telling you, like Michael Jackson, bro. He would have literally. He would have more followers than it is people. And I don't know how you can even do that.
Oh, no. If he got 600, he got more than her. She got 361. What he got? What's his Instagram?
Just go to Ronaldo. Go ahead. Just search that.
It's Cristiano.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's definitely. He's beating.
Yeah, he's not.
He's beating
They in a whole different.
Wait.
They in a whole different bracket. And I'm sure it's somebody else that I'm not mentioning who's like social media is crazy. Like. Think about it. He got more than Beyonce. He got more than like.
He gotta have more than Beyonce.
Come on, bro. Like he's a world.
He got more than Taylor Swift.
Yeah, come on.
Dang, he might be the most followed person on IG.
Like
I ain't gonna lie.
20 million subs on YouTube in 24 hours, bro, is ridiculous. Like, and he was just posting like little clips, bro. No, come on now. I don't even know what we talking about. And speaking about celebrities. Money May, who's one? Let me say this: he's one of my favorite boxers, if not my favorite boxer of all time. And I respect Floyd for what he's done, his contribution to boxing, and also how he's
into a real business.
Yeah, turned into a real business. What he's done for boxing, love it. But I'm gonna get pushback, bro. Like at a certain point, I just think he gotta let it go. I know he loves it so much, and it's a passion. But it's like as far as the exhibitions, we always gonna look for him, and you always gonna have people that love him, always people that want him to lose. But it's just like
I think it's at this point just for sport and just to keep himself in shape at this point. But I get it.
It's like, dang, bro. Every time we look up, he's in fighting exposition. The last time I seen him, he was fighting John Gotti III again, but he was all that chaos and stuff. I just think that. I think time is up off of that, and he's a great coach.
I'm trying to figure out how he keep falling out with every fighter he linked himself to. Like, and he ended up beefing with him. Him and Tank was locked in. Now they beefing. Him and Shakur, I think, was locked in, or now they beefing. Him and Adrian Broner at one point was locked in. They started to beef. I'm like, dang, like how you keep falling out with all these people?
It's ego, and then you got to think about it. This is Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand.
Him and 50 was
I kind of understand as the student.
I was 50. Like,
but listen, I kind of understand as the student as well. Like in those situations, because it's like, bro, like you're like who you are is kind of hard to. Even if you're in my corner, it's kind of like I got to be looking under a certain microscope because you're here. It's like it's a burden on my. It's a burden, even though it's a great thing. It's a burden because of how great you are, and now I got to live up to this certain expectation. So it's ego. I think it's ego with that.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Mayweather, man. I mean, who am I to tell a man what to do with his life? But
yeah, that's true.
At least he's a present grandfather.
I look,
very present grandfather.
It's a lot of great things to say about Floyd. It is. I'm just saying, as far as boxing, it's just like
it might be time.
You know what I'm saying? He's already submitted. That's why I just think he just submitted. It's like it's great. He's great. Like he don't got to do no more at all. And to episode 400, bro, like I just wanted to briefly talk about our favorite podcast, Along to the Journey. Some of my favorite podcasts has always been the ones that we've had guests, or we've had certain topics. The one I missed is like the draft, because I used to whip on Hugh in the draft.
That's not true.
He used to have to whip on Hugh in the draft.
That's not true. You did not whip on me in the draft. Tyrell's just a traitor. That's number one. But no, you did not whip on me in the draft. We can bring the draft back.
Yeah, we got to bring the draft
back. I think my favorite episode is when we got into a real debate about who was the most dominant sports figure between Tom Brady and MJ.
Oh,
that was your old like the old Laurel joint. Yeah.
And those are good combos. Yeah. Bro. That's why I say I like when we also too when we had other group settings as well too, like people interject, people having certain conversations. That's why I was like, I want to start getting more interactive.
We're also in the market for a female co-host.
Yes.
So if you got personality and you funny, hit us up.
Yeah, speak to that, bro. Like we looking for a female co-host to be permanent, or like at least once every other week, man. So tap in with us, man. Much love, guys. Much love. Hey, road to 500. Road to 500. We here. I know this has been a great podcast. So, but before we end, what is this? Where's the word "the more" come from?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been seeing it.
What is the? Can somebody give me what does "the more" mean?
Demure, something like that.
Demure.
I think it's supposed to mean like elegant or something. I don't know.
Hey, bro,
it's been getting on my nerves though, because I'm not really sure where where the trend started. But it's been getting on my nerves. It was like, what is?
And it's funny because it's just like now I see so many clips of people saying I ain't never heard the word.
The trend that's funny is the getting my money. That joint been funny. Yeah, they got me at work. They didn't record it, but they got me at work because I had no idea.
Oh, you weren't hip about
they got me at work. Once I found out, I was like, okay, that's funny.